How's it going, Kenny? Wait for some more people to get in here. So if you guys watch this as playback, or I'll mention it again here in the live stream in a little while when there's more people in here. But if you guys watch this at some point and you like the idea, we talk some football. And this doesn't just have to be a Packers thing either. If you guys are a fan of another team too, we can definitely touch base with those conversations too. But yeah, maybe we could do this more often. Maybe once a week even, if you guys like it and we get some people in here anyhow. I think it'd be a good opportunity to grow the channel too. Talking football, I'm almost more knowledgeable about the Packers than I am a lot of things anymore. How's it going, Adam? North 64, how's it going? Storms are coming. Yeah, they're it's getting pretty dark outside here right now. They said it was supposed to storm all day today. Then now, well, all day long it was pretty nice, and now it's starting to get pretty dark. And now it's saying 90% chance the rest of the night. I was gonna go do some shining again tonight. Me and my dad, we went last night. Seen one real nice buck with a drop tine, and that was about it. I mean, we've seen 20, 30 deer total, but yeah, one real nice one anyway. So I'm gonna start bringing back the shining videos here pretty soon too. It's kind of hard to shine right now. It's like everybody's growing corn this year and nobody's growing soybeans, so it's hard to see the deer. Yeah, ditches are super tall this year too. It's like nobody's mowing their ditches anymore. But yeah, we're gonna bring that back. This year, all eyes are on Rogers and Ted Thompson. Well, Ted Thompson's gone now, unless you're talking about Gutenkust. But yeah, Rogers, he's got to have a bounce back year. He never had a bad year, in my opinion. He had a great year. Most quarterbacks are killed to have the numbers that Rodgers put up last year, but to Rodgers' standards, that's a down year, and they're saying he's been regressing for the last 3 years, and I'm not buying that. If you go back and watch tape, any game last year that Rodgers played in, say he drops back 50 times, there might be one guy open. And this new system is supposed to help the wide receivers get open a little bit and help Rodgers out and help the receivers out and help everybody out. There's going to be a lot more running the ball and a lot of play action coming out of it. And, every single quarterback, Rodgers included, has a better passing percentage, better QBR out of a play action. And this offense is going to be running a ton of play action. So I expect big things out of it. Rodgers might not put up any bigger numbers or anything, but his dropbacks are going to be a lot better quality. He might still pass for 4,500 yards and between 25 and 35 touchdowns this year, probably less than 10 interceptions. But we're also going to have a big explosion in the running game too. We're going to go from not having a 1,000-yard back and being in the bottom half of the league in rushing yardage to probably having a 1,000-yard back if Aaron Jones can stay healthy or somebody else, and we could be in the top 10 in rushing yardage. It wouldn't surprise me one bit. He has better protection this year too. That's exactly right. We have probably the best, well, right up there anyways. It's between us and the Eagles for the best tackles in the league. David Bakhtiari is no question the best left tackle in football. And Brian Balaga is top 10 right tackle in football. So he's got great protection on the outside. Corey Linsley's excellent. In the middle, he's one of the most underrated players in the NFL, in my opinion. He's a true Iron Man. He's been in the league 3 years and he's never missed a snap. Well, he didn't play a lot his first year, but the last 2 years he's been starting, never missed a snap. So he's excellent. He should have been a Pro Bowler last year. How's it going, Todd? He should have been a Pro Bowler last year, and he wasn't. So, then they upgraded the 2 guards big time, too. It's kind of a battle still for left guard, but Billy Turner looks like he's solidified the right guard position, and if, Brian Balaga gets injured at right tackle, Turner should be able to kick out the right tackle pretty easily. He's played every position on the offensive line. And Aaron Jones and the rest of the group, too, has only gotten better in their pass protection. That's one of the biggest knocks against Aaron Jones so far in his career is he isn't great in pass protection. That was Mike McCarthy's thing. Well, he didn't want to have him out on the field a whole lot because his pass protection was kind of crap, which I agree with, but you also need to run the ball more. He should be on the field because he's running the ball or catching the ball out of the backfield. Better make the playoffs this year for what they have now. Yes, absolutely, they should make the playoffs. They better make the playoffs. There's a lot of injuries happening already in camp. The list is growing all the time, too. Corey Linsley's out with a torn bicep. Kevin King, again, is injured with a hamstring. Jamal Williams, Aaron Jones are both out with hamstrings. Oren Burks, during last week's preseason opener, tore his pectoral muscle. Initial reports said that it was supposed to be almost a season-ending injury, and now, according to Gutekunst today, they're thinking he's going to be back sooner than later. He's not going to have surgery, and they're thinking he can do some rehab and physical therapy in order to get back. So that doesn't sound like it's going to be very long term. He might miss, maybe a few weeks in the regular season, I'm guessing. But yeah. So, and besides, the Packers, everybody is kind of, we got to go get a free agent and everything. But they got a couple decent middle linebackers, inside linebackers, young guys, rookies. That Summers played excellent during the Texans game. He had like 10 tackles, and so he played most of the game, and he did pretty well, for being a late round rookie. And in Mike Pettine's defense, they run 6 DBs a lot, so that linebacker isn't in there very often anyhow. So it'd be bad to have a rookie come in there and make mistakes like rookies do, but ain't gonna be in there in a whole lot. What did we miss? Hope the rush defense improves. Not so happy about letting Daniels go. The rush defense has improved. I can tell you that for a fact. I watch Aaron Nagler every day on YouTube, and he's at every one of the practices. I watch 3 guys with 3 things every day, and Zadarius Smith sounds like he's the real deal. He was pretty good last year for the Ravens, and it sounds like he's really made a leap so far this year. David Bakhtiari hasn't been beat in one-on-ones in must be years now, 2-3 years probably. He hasn't been beaten a single one-on-one drill, and Zadarius Smith beating him on back-to-back drills so far this year. He even got hurt last week during the practice or whatever. I think maybe it wasn't last week. It's Saturday maybe, or Friday. Friday was a day off, so Saturday he got injured. He hit Geronimo Allison, came up slow, and I went over to the sidelines, taped up his ankle, and I guess he came right back onto the practice field and played harder and faster than what he did before, and I guess he's staying late after practices, watching film. And Aaron Nagler, like I said, he's been at every single practice during training camp so far, and he said that Zadarius Smith is the best defensive player they have on the team. So that's a pretty big compliment. Not like we're real star-studded. Our defense has been kind of crappy the last several years now, but we have Kenny Clark, who's probably the best pass rushing nose tackle in the league. Jair Alexander is excellent. Adrian Amos is excellent. Blake Martinez has been in the top 5 for tackles in the entire NFL for the last 2 or 3 years now. So to say that he's the best defensive player we have is a big compliment. So, and Preston Smith is no slouch either. There's a lot of talent on that defense. Preston Smith has been getting to the quarterback too. Lots and lots of talent on the defensive side. The biggest thing that I think we need to shore up too, other than the pass rush, I mean, pass rush is definitely got to be first because that affects more than, just a pass game. It affects everything if you get into the backfield. But yeah, we got to shore up the run defense too, and Zadarius Smith sounds like he's pretty good with that too. So does Preston Smith. What do you think of the quick pass? I think they need to do that more. Exactly. I couldn't agree with you more, North 64. The quick pass was crucial. I mean, you've seen it. It was day and night difference. The week 1 last year against the Chicago Bears. Rodgers dropping back, holding the ball too long. Nobody was getting open. And a very limited amount of time he had before Khalil Mack and Akeem Hicks were on him. Nothing was happening. The Packers were not moving the ball at all. Rodgers gets injured. Kaiser comes in, and for as crappy as Kaiser played, he was actually moving the ball a little better than Rodgers was. And we all know how it went. Rodgers came back and kicked their ass in the second half. But that was because they're eliminating the pass rush. They're just quick nickel and dime stuff down the field, slants, hitting the check down, all that. They're eliminating the Bears pass rush. Well, when they started doing that, they started coming back. And we did hit them with a couple deep ones after we kind of lulled them to sleep with the short stuff, and they all kind of started crowding the box and hit Geronimo with one, and then Devontae got a touchdown, and then obviously Randall Cobb was a short one too that he ended up taking to the house. That's what the Patriots do, like against the Chargers last year. It's well known that, and I'm having a brain fart now, the DN for the Chargers. Anyways, he goes and tries to hit Tom, of course, and Tom gets rid of the ball real quick, and he says, well, geez, Tom, you get rid of it fast. And he's like, well, you don't get here so fast, I won't get rid of it so fast. Well, that's what Tom does. Tom makes a living on 5 to 15-yard throws, and he's the greatest quarterback of all time. I mean, it hurts me to say that because Rodgers is, but Tom Brady's won 6 Super Bowls off doing that and riding his defense's coattails to the Super Bowl, but whatever. Glad you got the live chats going again. Yeah, we might make it regular here for Packers chat if you guys are interested and you guys want to come in here. We got the Ravens this week, Thursday night. It's debatable on. It's not focusing. It's debatable on when we do it too. We could pretty much do them any night during the week. Yes, they need more quick pass when Jordy was here. Yeah, they do. I think Savage is going to have a good year right along with Gary. Yeah, Savage, he'll be definitely an upgrade compared to what we had last year. With HaHa, Pro Football Focus and stuff said HaHa was one of the best free safeties in the league, and if you're a Packers fan, you watch every game and you see him out there not tackling and all that. He'd get an interception here and there, but it was evident that he wasn't the safety that everybody thought he was. We got rid of him, and then Tramon Williams is back there. And yeah, Tramon Williams has no business playing safety. I mean, he can do it, but he is definitely not a starting safety caliber safety. So Savage back there with 4.3 speed, and he's a playmaker. He picks off the ball and everything, and it sounds like he's picking up the defense really fast, even though he missed the first week or week and a half of. It was about a week of training camp this year. He's picking up the defense real fast and looking for big things from him. They'll test him, throughout the season. And being a rookie or whatever, they'll test him. They'll throw the ball at him, and hopefully he can rise to the challenge and pick a couple of them off and bat the ball down. And hopefully the pass rush can get there in the meantime. I think Savage is going to have a good year. What do you think would be the second backup quarterback? Who do you think would be the second backup quarterback? It's probably going to be Kaiser because of experience and and he's getting to be an expert at learning offenses. And this is probably, I think this is like his 5th offense that he's learned in the last like 5 or 6 years. It's going to be Kaiser. I'd bet money on it. You think Vogel is going to attempt to put a spark in Crosby to wait on his job? I think Crosby knows that his job is safe. It's going to take a lot to take Crosby's job away, that's for sure. And as Aaron Nagler always says every week, too, if somebody asks about it, or every day almost, that if we got rid of Crosby, the Bears would have him signed to a contract within 5 minutes. You know, but Crosby knows his job is safe, but Crosby also knows that there's no room for some of the mistakes he made last year. That Lions game was atrocious, cost us the game completely. Everybody says, well, you can't rely on your kicker to win you the game. Well, that's what he's there for. He left like 15 points on off the scoreboard last year. You think Kumaro will have a bigger year as in more playing time? He's got to make the 52, 53-man roster first. So right now at receiver, you got Devontae's lock, and then you got MVS, Equanimous St. Brown, you got Jamon Moore, you got Kumaro, you got Trevor Davis. Not all those guys are going to make the roster. So if I had to guess, one to get cut is probably going to be Kumaro or Jamon Moore, because Trevor Davis is he's played excellent since OTAs this year. In games, he doesn't really show up, but in OTAs and everything, he's been there. And he's a big special teamer though. He's the #1 punt and kick return guy. He's huge on special teams for us, so I doubt they get rid of Trevor Davis. So I think it's going to be Jamon Moore or Kumaro. And Jamon Moore was a rookie last year, and Kumaro is, I don't know how old he is. He's got to be 27, something like that. So I'd much rather have Kumaro on the team. He's a playmaker. Rodgers trusts him. But I'm kind of thinking they're going to cut Kumaro and keep Jamon Moore. But time will tell. You never know what's going to happen. It's the NFL. If Kumaro makes the team, yeah, he'll get more playing time, assuming he's healthy. He wasn't last year. Todd says, gotta go, supper's ready. I'm heading up your way on the 20th. I'll look you up. Thanks again for the shout out on your Wolf gunshot video. Yeah, that got demonetized after like a day there, Todd. Apparently somebody didn't like it and reported it to YouTube and got it demonetized for me. Goes to show that, you know, only a fraction of the subscribers that I have actually watch my videos, it seems like. And like that video's been up a week now and it's got 100 views on it. And I've got, getting close to 1,600 subscribers or something. And I got 5 dislikes on that. You know, if you're a loyal subscriber, I wouldn't think that you'd dislike anything that I upload. But if you do, kudos to you, whatever. That I got 5 dislikes on that thing anyways. All from subscribers, apparently, the way it seems. Something else to worry about too is Josh Jackson hasn't played a single snap, hasn't participated one bit in training camp at all this year. He has a foot injury, non-football related foot injury, so that means he did it on his own during the off season. So he's a big, crucial part of the defense, and it sounds like Tony Brown's been stepping in pretty well. He even covered DeAndre Hopkins when the Texans were in town for joint practices and played very well against DeAndre Hopkins, which is probably the best wide receiver in the game. So the fact that he's doing that is huge, that we have some depth at corner, and hopefully Josh Jackson can get back sooner rather than later. And initial reports are saying that Tony Brown might have his job. I mean, nobody's saying that, I guess. But the way he's playing and the way Josh Jackson played the last time we saw him play, I would say Tony Brown might have it. What are your thoughts on the whole Antonio Brown thing with him talking about suing the NFL if he can't use it? I haven't heard him say he was going to sue. I heard him say he was going to retire. But Antonio Brown's a moron. I can't stand the guy. I mean, I respect his game, but the more and more I hear about him, the more and more I dislike him. It's just ridiculous. I mean, there's how many... Okay, so say right now, there's 90-some players for each team in the NFL, and there's 32 teams, and he thinks he's special, that he should be able to wear whatever helmet he wants to. He's the only guy in the whole league throwing a fuss about it. I think it's ridiculous. I think he's a jackass. Great player, but he's a moron. I think either Kevin King proves something this year. If he don't, I don't see him being on the team. Yeah, I don't know when his contract is coming up. I'll have to look that up. If he's going to be in a contract year or not. He's an excellent player when he's on the field, but he's always injured. Now, the defense is clearly better when he's out there. But again, he's always injured. So, yeah, if he misses any kind of time this year and, doesn't have a star-studded year, I'd say, yeah, he's probably gone. And that's the look of the Packers, too. Probably get rid of him, and then they probably go to another team and be a Pro Bowler and not miss much time. That's the way it goes. But, I mean, if things go the way they have been with him, yeah, he doesn't deserve to make any money. See, we got 2 likes, 2 thumbs up on the video anyways. If you guys are in here and haven't left a thumbs up yet, it would be greatly appreciated. Am I in fantasy football? No, I'm not. I used to a lot when I was younger, like in middle school, high school, but I haven't in the past few years. I probably wouldn't be very good at fantasy football. I feel like I'd just draft all Packers players, draft with my heart instead of my brain, and I feel like I'd get my ass kicked. What player are you most looking forward to seeing play this year, as in rookie? Probably Darnell Savage. Rashawn Gary, too. I mean, it's a toss-up between the 2 first-rounders. Rashawn Gary, it's close. Rashawn Gary, because it was a big joke. Everybody said that was a terrible pick. They wasted the pick. He wasn't, worthy of being that high of a selection, 12th round or 12th overall in the first round. Gary is going to be a great player, I believe, but maybe not this year. He's not going to be on the field a ton this year. He's got to learn some more pass rush moves and stuff too. It's a completely different ball game compared to when he played in Michigan last year in college. He could just bull rush everybody and overpower everybody that he played. This year, it's not going to be that way. It's not going to work that way for him. So he's got to add more moves to his repertoire. And Darnell Savage, I believe he's going to be able to step right in and take off. Like the safety did for the Chargers last year, as a rookie and first team All-Pro. If Savage could do anything close to that, that'd be awesome. That'd be great. But Rashawn Gary's going to play a very important role too. He's going to, provide depth at outside linebacker. He's going to move inside on obvious passing downs, and rush the passer. He's going to play a role, but he's not going to be an every down type player. Were you surprised to cutting of Matthews? And do you think that was smart? I could see a money cut or something like that. I don't quite agree with letting him go. It depends. I haven't gotten a lot of details on whether they offered him any kind of money or not. I don't think they did. And Matthews has obviously played down compared to what he used to when he was a rookie and sophomore, early on in his career when he was getting 10, 15 sacks a year. He clearly doesn't do that anymore. I kind of agree with it. He and he's been healthy the last couple of years too. But he picks up a lot of double teams and does a lot of dirty work, and frees up. He freed up Blake Martinez a lot to make plays, and I don't think he got a raw deal on it because nobody in Green Bay ever gets a third contract aside from, Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre. I mean, how many other guys in Green Bay have ever gotten a third contract? It's pretty rare. And they clearly need an upgrade for pass rush. Our pass rush was terrible. So Zadarius Smith is over there now. I mean, not a lot of people have seen him play yet in the Packer uniform, but I think you'll agree with me after a couple weeks of him getting to the quarterback this year that you'll agree that letting Clay go. And I think, I don't know how much Clay was making. It was a lot, though. A lot for the amount of money that he was making, a lot for the kind of production he was putting out there. So do you agree with them letting go of Mike Daniels? Because we will find out if that was smart when we play the Lions. Mike Daniels is a great player. He's been the best player on our defense for a few years. And I don't like seeing him go, but I completely understand why they did, because they're freeing up money to re-sign Kenny Clark and Blake Martinez. That's completely it. I assume Kenny Clark's going to get re-signed pretty soon before he jumps out this year and has a Pro Bowl to All-Pro caliber season, and the Packers really have to pay him some big money, so they want to re-sign him like right now. And Blake Martinez, middle linebackers, I mean, for his caliber of play, and what other linebackers not as good as him are getting paid nowadays, he's going to demand some big money. And the Packers can know that he can go somewhere else and make that kind of money, so there's a good chance Blake Martinez ain't back after this year. But yeah, that's completely why Mike Daniels went. I didn't like to see him go because he's a great football player, and why do you want to get rid of great football players? But that's completely it. And Mike Daniels sounded a little upset too. He, I don't know if he tweeted it or was asked in an interview about getting let go, and he said, finally I'm free and I get to finally play for a defensive genius. So there's a little bad blood there. And he went to a very strong Lions defense. They got Trey Flowers, they got Mike Daniels, obviously, Damon Harrison. They're going to have a star-studded defense over there. It's going to be tough. Defense everywhere in the NFC North. The NFC North is going to be the toughest division in football, I guarantee you. Just luckily, we all kind of have to play the same teams almost, but the Bears have a very strong schedule this year, too. They have the fifth toughest schedule in the NFL. Hate seeing them go to our rivals. Yeah, I agree. That, like Clay, he went to the Rams. You can almost root for him, Randall Cobb went to the Cowboys. I mean, it's Cowboys. Nobody likes the Cowboys, but you can also root for Randall Cobb. You never want to root for a guy that plays for a division rival. That's tough. All right, guys, I think I'm going to cut her off here. Let me know if you guys want us to do this every week. We can come on here and talk football. If something else comes up, other teams too. We can talk about other teams other than the Packers. Leave a thumbs up on the video if you haven't. And this is going to re-upload to YouTube here shortly. So if you guys got any more questions, anything, feel free to comment on them. I read everything. So I'll get back to you guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.